Welcome back to Cinephellas, guys. I am Kevin Muller, and I am here to talk about a movie that I've been dying to talk to you about. It's called The Brutalist, and off the bat, it is an achievement in cinema. It is what filmer nerds like myself yearn for. It has been nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Before I go any further, here is a clip from the film.
Promise you won't betray him. I promise.
Right out of the gate, director Brady Corbet throws it to lush cinematography by Lau Crowley and a beautiful score by Daniel Bloomberg. Both of these aspects carried the movie even further than the acting and the story, which I will talk about. But the production of this thing is incredible, and it was just made for $10 million. I'll talk about that more. What's the story of this? The story is Adrian Brody stars as Laszlo Toth. He is a Hungarian immigrant that's survived the Holocaust, and he has jumped on the ship to America, and he wants to make his mark here. He wants to chase the American dream. But what skill does he have? Everyone needs a skill to come here. His is brutalism. He is an architect that specializes in that sector called brutalism. And to make a long story short, it is basically taking the raw materials of construction and just making something strong and something that can withstand anything and last for a very long time. It may not be the prettiest thing to look at, but it gets the job done. And this gets the attention of Harrison Lee Van Buren, played by Guy Pearce. He is an affluent millionaire who is looking to make his dream project become realized, which is building a community center in honor of his late mother. He tasks Laszlo Toth to do this, and this is where the conflict begins. This is where the story really picks up, because you have basically the artist who wants to stick to the vision, be true to himself, and you have the money man who is, just difficult, arrogant. He's like the worst rich white guy you know. Well, there's a lot more to the plot. This thing is 3.5 hours with a 15-minute intermission. Yes, you heard me right. There is a 15-minute intermission in this thing, and it really helps. It really helps you digest what you just saw, because in the first half, Felicity Jones plays Ezrabeth. That is Laszlo Toth's wife. She has stayed in Hungary while he makes his mark in America, and once he has enough, she'll come over. Unfortunately, she has become sick and weak due to the Holocaust. She is also a survivor. And when she comes in the second half of the film, she is accompanied by their niece called Zofia. And she's played by Rafferty Cassidy. But let's just talk about the performances. We first have Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody is incredible in this movie. He is firing on all cylinders. Every emotion in 3.5 hours is shown. He can be funny, he can be charming, he can be sad, he can be an addict. Everything's there. Everything is there, and he does it well. I don't think he's going to win the Oscar. I think Timothée Chalamet is going to do it this year, but he is a definitely close runner-up to him. There's been a controversy with the AI. Recently it came out that Brady Corbet used the AI to kind of clean up the accents of his actors, specifically Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones, who speak in Hungarian. It's a very difficult language to master. Kobe basically said this, and they just went in and basically cleaned up the vowels or certain pronunciations of the word. But that is really not the whole performance. They only speak Hungarian and maybe a little bit here and there. It doesn't take away from anything from Jones's performance and Adrian Brody's performance. Felicity Jones is very good in this movie. I liked what she did with the character. She's very closed off, but she's sick, so you really can't blame her. But my favorite performance outside of Adrian Brody has to go to Guy Pearce, who once again, as I said, plays Harrison Lee Van Buren. This guy is volatile, as I said. He is unpredictable with his emotions. He could be mad, he could be sweet, but most of all, he's charismatic, and that is thanks to Guy Pearce's dedication to the performance. The big screen view of this movie, helps with the conflict because you'll have Andrew Brody and you'll have Guy Pearce having a big battle. It'll be very dramatic. And I don't know, like the cinematography just like made it feel more personal. And let me tell you something, but the cinematography in this movie is incredible. Again, Lau Crowley did it. It really is a character within its own. Like you have to see this thing on the biggest screen possible. It was shot in VistaVision, which basically makes everything sharper, and also just doesn't cut the picture off this way. It's wide, it's big and wide, and it helps make the mansions look epic. The salt caves, the mountains, anywhere in this film, it could be a bus stop or on the bus. There is a shot in the beginning as the credits roll where it's just following a bus, and I've never seen a bus ride look so epic. I hate taking the bus, but incredible work by Daniel Bloomberg. Sorry, Lau Crowley, who did the cinematography. I think he will get the Oscar because it is incredible. Let's talk about the scale of this film. This film looks like it was made for 50, $60 million. Nope, it was made for $10 million. Director Brady Corbet shot this overseas, making cities in, I think it was Prague and Hungary, basically, he shot there. But anyway, he takes those old looking cities and they stand in for old school Philadelphia. And then he goes out into the countryside of those countries and he makes it look like 1940s America, which is like 85 years ago. It's crazy. The only thing I didn't care for was the ending. The ending kind of threw me off. It kicks the thing, off balance. Again, the second half is not as strong as the first, but it is still an incredible movie. I love the script. The script is very rich in detail. If someone came up to me and said, "Oh, what is this based on a novel?" It wouldn't be, it's not. It isn't based on a novel. It's an original work, but it has the rich themes. It has the character. It has the commentary and immigration, attitudes against immigrants, attitudes against Jews, how terrible the upper rich white class can be, and the pursuit of perfection, and also how you have two different minds conflicting, and you have the artist striving for his vision, protecting his vision, and you have the money man basically saying, "I don't care, just make it happen." It is incredible that this is the third film for Brady Corbet. He made Vox Lux and the Childhood of a Leader. I have not seen these films, but I will probably check them out because what he does with this movie is incredible on such a small budget. It's an epic American film. I can't recommend it even more than I already am. You can probably see in my face that I'm ecstatic about this movie. Again, the ending and the second half are not nowhere near as good as the first. The first is a masterpiece. The first half of this film is a masterpiece, but I'm not saying the second half is bad. The second half is still good, but it's not as strong as the first. And again, the ending is not strong, but I'm not going to basically hold it against it. I am giving this 4.5 out of 5 Adrian Brody hair pieces. But let me tell you something. Please go see this movie. It is something that is built for the theater. It is epic filmmaking. It is an American classic, and I can probably sit here for another hour, probably just raving about this film. But yeah, so 4.5 out of 5. Please go see it. Also, come to the website. Did you agree with me? Have you seen this movie? Did you think, "Oh, this is so boring. I'm not sitting for 3 hours and 45 minutes to watch this thing"? Or maybe you loved it. Let me know down below. Come to the website, Cinephellas.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and come by and check out our podcast where we talk movies. I love talking to the guys about this, and I cannot wait until they see this. And I probably will bug them saying, like, "What you think? What you think?" All right, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I am Kevin Muller, and cheers.